Hey now, so great reaction from the Ted Simmons gift I got. So yeah, it was really cool, really cool. And I'm actually surprised a lot of people are upset that I won't be at the National. So I'm touched, but I'm still not going. I can rant about that all day, but I won't do that because we got to get back to Hall of Fame autograph analysis. And we are at none other than Fred Clarke. Now, like Jack Chesbro, we did it about a week ago. Fred Clarke was also a member of the 1901 Pittsburgh Pirates National League pennant winning team. Not only was he a member, he was the manager. And he was considered like the first boy manager. He actually managed like the Louisville Colonels. I think that's who the team was for the move switch to Pittsburgh. And he was 24 when he started managing. And he was, by the time all was said and done, at one time he was the all-time winningest manager in baseball. I think McGraw overcame that, and then eventually Connie Mack, obviously. In addition to that, some other interesting things about him. He basically lived in the shadow of Honus Wagner. He had great respect for Honus Wagner, and Honus Wagner, when you think of those very early Pirates teams, that's the player you think of when it comes to offense, or maybe the team as a whole. But like right underneath Wagner was Fred Clarke. He got votes in the original 1936 Hall of Fame induction ballots. And in 1945, he was a unanimous selection in the first like Veterans Committee ever. It's called the Old Timers Committee back then. But I guess he wasn't that old. He was still alive. He was at the ceremony. He had to return regularly. And he lived to like 1960, 1961. I'm looking at cheating right here, and I'm looking it up. He died August 14th, 1960 to 87. And by all accounts, he was a great signer. People would mail things to Cooperstown. He would sign at Cooperstown. They'd mail to his house. He had like his little ranch that he was known for, and he was a very gracious signer. So his autograph, even though he died almost like 80 years ago, 60 years ago, whatever, it's not terribly valuable. It is, I would say you can get a cut or like even a nice government postcard for like $400. There were some checks discovered probably like 5 years ago. We'll look at those quickly and see how much those are worth. But I guess without any further ado, let's get into the autograph analysis of Fred Clarke. So this is my Fred Clarke autograph, and I'll be honest, he is on my list of upgrades. And it's not because I don't like this autograph. I got this from Jim Stinson. I think I paid $250 for it. I'm almost positive I did. Yeah, it's got some little marks here. This came from a very prominent collection. You could see right here, it was held in an autograph album for a long time. And yeah, it kind of like gets dark over here. So you know what? It's definitely on my upgrade list because it's not a dated item. There's definitely government postcards out there. But like this is a very nice, typical Fred Clarke autograph you're going to see later in his life. I mean, we'll look at some all spans of his autograph in a second. But I mean, when I'm looking for a later in life Fred Clarke autograph, what I'm looking for is he signed almost on a level playing field. It's not too bouncy. A couple other things, you're looking for that straight line right here with the F and the straight line again at the E that sort of falls down. And the C, I don't know if you can see this, but the C is really unique. It almost like bends backwards right over here and right over here, like is arching the C back. And then again, the common thing with Fred Clarke, probably the only thing common besides the C's right here is when he's crossed his F, he crossed like on a diagonal downward. So if we go to the PSA database right here, and again, Ron talks about this, anything besides like, well, the checks now, the government postcards are quite rare. That being said, the family did release almost all his like interesting items. So like his driver's license are out there. Some unique letters are out there. Some you got to watch out for. Again, we're going to get to that in a minute. And like there's like a hunting license out there. So there are some really cool, unique Fred Clarke items out there. Again, you want to see right here, you can see right here, the C sort of arches back right here. You can see the F, nice line right there, nice round, and a nice E that sort of like jets out. And he had that paragraph, that's what they call these things down there. And again, the only thing real common, I mean, consistent thing about Fred Clarke's autograph is there's not that much consistency, a lot of breaks. And again, the breaks would often, they were not always the same. And so like the E here, you'll see a capital E. Usually he tried to do a capital E here. You could sort of make it out there. But again, this autograph down here is a much older autograph. So, but again, this is a nice exhibit card right here. We'll look at some more Hall of Fame plaques in a minute. Now, Ron mentions that a single side Fred plaque ball is very rare. This is probably a this is a good, nice autograph right here. Again, you can see right here the F jets out here, sort of jets out here, capital E, capital E. You can see the C kind of arches here and arches here. This, I'm sure, was signed at a Hall of Fame ceremony. Again, right here, this is a beautiful vintage autograph. I think it's a nice autograph. I mean, you look at that right here, the jets around, beautiful flow. You can sort of see the capital E, jet, C. So hopefully you're seeing and you're getting its idea of what to look for. Again, you can see the E here, sort of an E here. Sometimes you see the full case right here. Sometimes you don't. Again, we're looking for the jettings right here, nice flow and everything like that. So again, yeah, I mean, these are all good. These are all in the PSA database. They're all pretty similar. So yeah, this one, see, this one's a little different. And I'm not 100% with this autograph, to be honest. It doesn't jet out here. It doesn't jet out there. These C's are not consistent. If we sign this, if this is real, I know it's on PSA's database, doesn't make it real, remember. I wouldn't feel comfortable owning this autograph. I don't want to say it's fake, but it's just one I don't feel comfortable with. So, yep, now we're back to good autographs again. So let's get out of that. So, I mean, I want to bring up the Heritage site here. And it was interesting about Heritage. So, as you can see right here in 2016, especially in May, checks were found. And so Heritage was very smart. They leaked out the checks slowly. So what you can see right here, the first thing they did was 3 checks. And these were discovered in an old home of his. And you can see they're all on the First National Bank. And whatever check you sign will be from the First National Bank in around the 1940s. Originally said there were 5, and they found a few more. Then they found a few more. And they started leaking out. So you could see originally they were worth nearly $1,000. But as more were discovered, they quickly fell in value. And today, I know they were as low as $250 at one time. But again, I think they've all been discovered. I think they've all been let out. So you can get one today probably for about $400. It's a cool autograph. I would like to have one. I mean, this is a common thing right here as a government postcard. This is, again, a real nice one. I'd like to upgrade mine. It's $300. Again, not terribly rare. So let's talk about some things you have to look out for. Number one is, and I haven't seen this letter before, but I just saw this in an auction. You can see right here, this is a protest letter made out to John Hadler, who, and I've talked about this in my past videos. You need to watch out for protest letters. The autograph's good. There's no question about that. It's a beautiful autograph, great content. The problem is 99% sure this is stolen. So again, something else I want to talk about. Ron talks about there's a lot of forged autographs of his, especially on these government postcards. And the ones to look out for are red ink. So took me a while to find this. You can tell this is an old PSA slab because of it doesn't even have the hologram. But this is a Freddie Clarke autograph in, guess what? Red ink. And what's interesting here, usually I see where Ron's hesitation, whatever, comes from. I mean, usually he's signed on a nice straight line. You can see right here, it's like jets up, which is uncommon. The C sort of goes out. It doesn't come in. It doesn't arch backwards. And so the E, again, it sort of doesn't jet out. It comes down. So is it fake for sure? I mean, look into it. I mean, look at that E. It's kind of weird. It looks almost like an R. I see where the hesitation comes from. Can I say this is 100% bad or fake? No, but again, I trust Ron. He's smarter than I am. I'm not going to say he's wrong. So just buyer beware. Look for the red ink autographs. If you are looking to buy a Hall of Fame plaque postcard, they're not terribly rare. They're about $700. Again, you want to look for one that's at a nice even line. You don't want to see one that jogs up and down like this. So anyways, again, and then I went up to eBay right now, and there's some nice ones on eBay. I mean, there's a beautiful, like this is a cut. But again, I think they're all good. $225. This could be yours. It has 12 watchers. So it's, like I said, not a terribly expensive autograph. So that's about it. Let me get back here. That's what it was, Fred Clarke. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely like, if you're collecting like great people that deserve the Hall of Fame and like not like the Jack Chesbros of the world, and you want an affordable, relatively, I know it's not relatively speaking, autograph, Fred Clarke's a great way to go. So next we have John Clarkson. That should be a real quick video, and you will find out when I film it. So That's about it. As always, keep collecting.